Happy Friday, people. Happy Friday. Welcome to day 21 of What's Good in the Euros. Mad for it. Mad for the Euros. Gav, Mack and Chris Collins. Just me and him. Kids, get in the way. How dare they? Christoph, how are you getting on?
I'm not too bad, mate. And I said this to Gunnar on a show a couple of weeks ago when we were discussing me wearing sunglasses. We are both wearing sunglasses today because it's quarter-final day and the future is looking very bright, my friend.
Oh, stop it. I just thought you were just going to say I'm wearing them because it's coming home. I could live with that. Where are we? That side, on the far side, of Chris, all our socials and stuff, all our individuals going down the bottom of the screen. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. It's a live show, so feel free to get in the chat. We'll read it out as long as it's not offensive or anything stupid like that. Christoph, I'm going to get the quarterfinals, the fixtures on the screen right now, very quickly. So here they are. Beautiful stuff. Today, later on today, 5 p.m, we have my Dark Horses versus Spain. We have Belgium versus Italy. And then tomorrow, we have Czech Republic versus Denmark. And then the Ukraine versus England. Today, we're just going to talk about mainly Friday games because we're going to have a show tomorrow morning because that's what we do. It's called the Euros Daily. So let's talk about Switzerland, Spain, Belgium, Italy. What do you see in these two games? Let's start with the Switzerland game.
So Spain and Switzerland, after the madness of the last round, and they both started the tournament quite quiet, didn't they? But after the madness of the last round, the way it stands at the moment is Spain, nearly your top scorers in the tournament, 11 goals, conceded 4. Against Switzerland, scored 7, conceded 8. So you'd be thinking in your head, wow, this is going to be absolute bananas today. It's just going to go off it. It's going to be another 4-4. So naturally, we're going to get a 0-0, aren't we?
That's exactly the way it is. But like the thing is, I predicted I keep wanting to call them Sweden. The Swiss.
Because you miss Forsberg.
I do.
You just cannot forget about Forsberg, mate.
One of the players of the tournament, man. He's been absolutely phenomenal. But Switzerland, I expected them against France just to bore them because they don't play exciting, expansive football predominantly. They're very rigid with their approach. They're very regimented. And this time round, it was just they came out the blocks against France. And I feel that they might need to do the same thing against Spain as well, because Spain, as soon as they start knocking the ball about, it's almost impossible to get the ball off them.
They're a possession team, Spain. I think if I'm looking at stats and stuff right, I think they've got an average of 68% possession across the games that they played at the Euros. So that tells you how the game's going to go. They're going to control the ball. They're going to control the tempo of the game. So it'd be very much in Switzerland's, I nearly said Sweden then, I was so close, Switzerland's best interests to, come out the blocks the same way they did against France, because this Spanish backline is not as strong as that French backline. No. And Switzerland managed to find the back of the net 3 times. So if they can be adventurous, let's say, then there's at least a couple of goals in it for Switzerland if they want it. But they have to, it's one of those games they have to take the chances today, because Spain, even at 2, even if you score 2, are you safe against Spain? Are you? You never know.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like, for me, I think Spain, what they need to do is just to ensure that there's no dodginess going on. They need to play 3 at the back, because as soon as they play 3 at the back, Seferovic is not going to have anything to do. And also, they're going to be able to control the midfield anyway, whether they play 2 in midfield or 3 in midfield, because Granit Xhaka is suspended for this game.
Which is a big, big loss, because the one person you need to keep quiet for Spain, and we were discussing it yesterday on the team of the last 16, Pedri. Yeah. You've got to have someone. I mean, if Pedri goes on the left side of the pitch today, you've got to have someone on him. If he goes to the right, you've got to have someone on him. If he goes for a piss, someone's got to follow him to the toilet. When he goes home and he wakes up in the middle of the night, you need to be laid there next to him, making sure that he's not going anywhere with the ball. There has to be someone on him today, because if he gets any space, he'll kill you. He'll destroy you. His passing range is fantastic. You've seen the amount of chances that he's created across the tournament, assists as well. The only thing he's done wrong all tournament, and one even his fault, was an own goal. He's been outstanding. He's been their best player.
He has indeed. Would you start Morata again?
I think so, yeah, because say what you want about Morata, and is he a little bit wasteful? Yeah, of course he is, and he gets a lot more chances than the average player would, and he scores a lot less than the average good striker would. But it was a great finish for the goal in the last game. And Luis Enrique is going to stick by him. And I think he needs it. He's took a lot of criticism, and I think a lot of it has been over the top. He very much seems to me to be a confident eye, and the performance that he gave in the last game. So, yeah, I'd play him.
Yeah. Once again, I think it depends on formation, really. I would like to start Moreno alongside him as well, rather than Oyarzabal. I don't know why. Oyarzabal, he got a goal in the last game, but I don't know. I don't know. Score prediction, very early score prediction. Christoph, what way are you going with this?
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to say, because I want it to be as entertaining as the last game, I'm going to say 2-2 when it goes to extra time, and Spain win it in extra time.
Now, I want Switzerland to do it, but I can't see it happening. I really can't. I think this is going to be a comfortable 3-0 victory for Spain tonight. I really do. I think the ship has sailed now. Yes, Morata does deserve. He was good against Croatia. Yeah, he was, to be fair. He got himself around. Right then. So then it is, you could say, the tie of the round in terms of quality and personnel. Belgium versus Italy tonight, 8 p.m. I'm going to start this one, actually, because I'm annoyed with Italy. Despite them being where they are, I'm really annoyed with them. They brushed teams aside in the first two games, and then in the last couple of games, it's been a little bit more touch and go. And this just seems to be the case because Marco Verratti is back in the side, who is a phenomenal talent. But in the way that Italy are playing at the moment, for me personally, it's not what they need. They don't need to have any air of caution until this point. Maybe if they decide to bring him in at this point to slow the game down, it would make more sense. But in the last couple of games, I think the wind has been knocked out of the sail a little bit, and I feel that it could have a backwards and a detrimental effect on the Italians. I don't know. I think they should just go back to the high energy that they had before. And if they need to slow it down, they can, because it's much easier to slow down from speed rather than if you're low and speed up. So I'd go back to having Barella, Jorginho and Locatelli in the midfield three. With Spinazzola especially doing major bits, rather than dropping one of those guys. Normally it is, but Locatelli, isn't it? And then bringing in Verratti. That's me personally. What do you think?
I think this game hinges on two things, and it's one on either side. So on Belgium's case, De Bruyne and Hazard injured in the last game. Are they playing? I don't know. I've not been keeping up with Belgium team news. I don't know if they're fit. If they're not fit, if they're both not fit, that is a problem. That is a big, big problem, because even with the strength and depth that they've got, De Bruyne especially, that is a huge player. You saw it in the Denmark game. He came off the bench, changed the game completely, without a shadow of a doubt. He is a genuine, bona fide, world-class player. And the other one is exactly what you just said. I'm really pleased you mentioned Verratti. Is it right to play Verratti against the Belgians? Because we don't know what Belgium are a top quality side. They're by far the best side that Italy have played so far in this tournament.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And Mancini has to get that choice right. And the honest answer is we don't know what's going to work better. We don't know whether they need that extra, let's say, shoring up in midfield with the class that Verratti's got. And he is a class player.
Yeah, of course.
Or whether they do need to go to a more sort of high energy sort of lineup and formation tactics, and like you say, just sort of push on from there and try and kill Belgium sort of on and off the ball. I don't know what the answer is, because the problem is Italy have been the dominant team possession wise in all our games. They're not going to boss the ball in this game. It's going to be Belgium that boss the ball. So I think it probably would be the right decision to not play Verratti, because you're going to get a lot more work off the ball if he's not playing. That's my opinion. But I'm not a football manager, and I don't know how it's going to go. So that's a big decision for Italy.
No, I'm with you. It's just the case that it's got to that point now, a little bit like England. It's a case of, do you want to play exciting football or do you want to win games? And I think it's the latter. Let's be real. I think it just edges it. So playing Verratti might be the case of winning the game rather than entertaining us as fans and going out there to try and get things done, really. And I want to see Italy do that. But Belgium, on the other hand, looks like injuries might decimate them somewhat. No De Bruyne. That tells me maybe Dries Mertens starts the game. And no 100%. Hazard. That tells me Jamie Doku starts the game. So even though Hazard and De Bruyne are world class talents, let's be real, it's not exactly bad replacements to bring in, is it?
No, not at all. Not at all. They've got so much strength in depth. It's just, even the strength in depth, I mean, Hazard's one, but he's obviously not been at the peak of his powers for a long time. De Bruyne is a big miss. He is a huge miss. This is going to be difficult to call this. Italy have conceded 1 goal all tournament, and that's it. Belgium have been banging them in 12 goals. Something's got to give.
Yeah.
Something has got to give.
This has got 0-0 all over it then, hasn't it, Christoph? I actually am going to go with a 0-0, but I think it is going to be relatively exciting. And I think, I hope that the Italians progress, and I think they'll do it via penalties. What do you think?
I think it's going to be 0-0 again till full time, and I think Italy are going to nick it in extra time, because I just think there's just something about Italy. They're a very cohesive unit. We said it before the tournament. There's no star players in there really, so it's gonna be all dependent on how they perform as a team. And they've just been fantastic. They've been outstanding, and you can tell how much they love each other, how much passion is in each display, how much passion is in each player, how much they want it. They just want it. So I think they'll nick it in extra time.
Yeah, I would say that. I think out of togetherness, I think this squad is the most together throughout the whole of the European Championships. So they all love each other. All the players love each other in each team or whatever. But I just feel that this team have got the right spirit to take it all the way. So let's see how it pans out. But that is it. That is it for now. Tune in later on today. We'll be doing live post-match reviews as well, just like little 2-minute sound bites. I think, Christoph, you're doing the 5 o'clock game. I'm doing the 8 o'clock, I believe.
Oh, can't wait, mate. Cannot wait for that Spain-Switzerland game. It's going to be fire.
I just love football. I can't wait. I'm so excited. But that is it from myself, Gav Mack, and Triple C, Chris Combat Collins. I'll speak to you later, boys. TK. Ta-da.